Hello Virginia Rider fans, welcome back to another video. Mark Ritchie with you, and today we're going to preview the 2025 Highland County Maple Festival. Wow, what fun. It is a mild February day. Temperatures are in the low 50s. It's quite blustery here on Jack Mountain as we descend into Monterey, which 2 weeks from now will be filled with festival goers. The festival starts March 8th and 9th and continues the following weekend on the 15th and 16th. We had a little bit of rain overnight, but it's clearing up, so we should get some fairly spectacular views. So we're approaching from the east, which many do from the Harrisonburg and Stanton areas, and you'll likely be in a lot of traffic. Would be a line of cars, even bikes if the weather's halfway decent. So what I thought I'd do is just kind of give a little tour of Monterey for the benefit of those that haven't been here before. So when I was here in 2009 with a group from Fauquier County, we just went to the high school and saw all the arts and crafts from the artisans, the local artisans. So you'll want to turn left here, and the high school is about a quarter mile down on the right, and ate some buckwheat pancakes with locally tapped maple syrup in the cafeteria. We didn't venture into town here. It's just, I don't know, half a mile long here on Main Street, but it'll be filled with canopies of local folks selling their wares. There's a map, so I'll leave that in the description below. On the right, there's two gas stations, Fast Break here, and a little ways down on the right is Gutshall's, where you can get fuel. On the left here is the visitor center and the Highlander restaurant. Highs is here on the left. The Highland Inn that's being restored here's on the right. Can't wait for that to happen. There's Claire's Cafe for those that are interested in dining. There'll be all kinds of food everywhere. Here's the courthouse on the left. It'll be packed with canopies, and my favorite, the Curly Maple here on the right. They're going to have some grab-and-go sandwiches, and if you want to stop in and dine, if there's room, you'll have one of the best omelets you've ever had. I really like the bacon omelet. Rose just knocks it out of the park. And my waistline is any indication, it's really, really good. That, and I'm no stranger to the IPA aisle. So one of the things back in 2009, yeah, that was before I discovered heated gear. I think I ordered a pair of doeskin wool, merino wool gloves just for that trip, because it ended up being 45 and cloudy, and I think it got to be 45 at like 2 o'clock, and then it, you know, for the most of the ride it was 30s, and I froze. Fortunately, I had a neck sock, and that was my saving grace. I had a neck sock and a helmet with a chin curtain, so at least I was able to mitigate the wind somewhat, but I was still in leathers and chaps. And there was one rider, Ron, that had a gold wing and, you know, full textile gear lineup, and I don't think he had any issues at all that day. The roads are chunky and greasy. And I've got a car behind me. Hopefully he's not going to push me. I don't feel like being pushed. But had I to do it all over again, I would have tried my best to convince the group that, yeah, we need to go a few miles further. In addition to checking out all the local stuff. Oh, by the way, we passed across from Curly Maples. If you make a left, that's the Highland Center, and they're going to have some events scheduled for the festival as well, so you might want to check that out also. But to me, if I had to do it all over again, in hindsight being what it is, I would have convinced them to do what we're doing now. I mean, it's just one of the suggestions that I have. But to go that extra distance and get to see the Bluegrass Valley, which is spectacular. It really is. And these mountains, these twisties here, I always refer to as Little Deal's Gap. It's Deal's Gap on a mountain. Yeah, we're not being pushed. That's good. Oh, I thought he was going to turn there for a second, but he's not. So we could also entitle this one Riding on Chunky, Gravelly, Salted Roads. As you can see, I'm picking the inside lane on these corners, so it gives me another lane if I should have to opt out of my line. So, you know, we didn't know about the Curly Maple, we didn't know about the other restaurants. You know, we rode 150 miles for some buckwheat pancakes. I mean, like, you know, motorcyclists don't need an excuse to ride anywhere, as many of you very well know. You know, it could have been ice cream, or could have been a hamburger or spaghetti or tacos or whatever. But we all got talked into coming out here and hanging out with a bunch of people and eating buckwheat pancakes and checking out some local wares, which for those of you that are planning on attending, you might walk out of here with something really cool and original. And this is such a shot in the arm for the local economy. It's been a very difficult winter. A lot of these businesses have had to close due to the weather, and so they've lost out on a lot of revenue that they ordinarily would not have. But these twisties, when the roads are clear and dry, they're as good as they are just about anywhere. And the view, like, if you have a passenger with a camera, she's just going to have a field day. Sorry, it might be a he. Not trying to be discriminatory. But, like the shot of the valley here, there's a little overlook, a little pull off. You can get a clear picture. It is simply stunning. I'm glad all the clouds are starting to dissipate. So there'll be a couple of maple sugar orchards coming up that provide tours during the festival, and you can also purchase their products. And it's all made right there on site. And you can learn a little bit about the history and the culture of the region and the importance of maple sugar products to the area. And you know, leave here hopefully a little smarter than you were before you got here, if you're like me. and this is Maple Sugar Road, and we're going to turn right here on our way to Bluegrass. Really nice barn. Yeah, that ride back in 2009, maybe I wouldn't have been able to convince the rest of the crowd that was on naked cruisers like myself. Would have been a little bit chillier over that mountain than what we had experienced. But after you check out all of the local arts and crafts and whatever it is that you ate, if it's getting towards lunchtime, you came all this way, I would seriously and highly recommend coming out here to visit one or both of the maple sugar orchards, and after that grabbing your lunch at the Bluegrass Mercantile in Bluegrass, Virginia, where they have their own in-house smoker and barbecue to die for. Yeah, we need a good rain to wash these roads. And I'm going to leave this video up even after the festival, you know, for those of you whose schedules conflict with that, or maybe the weather's not going to be right. Yeah, here's Rex Road's sugar orchard on the right here. Because any time of year, this is just such a stellar, exquisitely stellar place to check out, roads to check out, sights to see. It really is something special. So I hope if you don't make it out to Maple Festival, that at some point you make it out this way, and by all means find some place to stay nearby so you can not have to worry about getting home that day, and just explore and see stuff hopefully that you haven't seen that will create a very lasting memory. And here is like the grand view on this stretch. Beautiful, nothing else like it anywhere. And yeah, back in 2009 we missed out. I didn't even know this was a thing. Never even heard of the Bluegrass Valley. And catching a gust of wind. Glad it's in the 50s. Just soak that in. And we are approaching Puffenbarger's sugar orchard here on the right. Right where this white house and green garage are. Some more spectacular views. You want to not get too spirited on these roads. There might be some horse and buggy traffic, as you can tell by the carpet bombing. on the road. So all you'd want to do is crest one of these hills and have a buggy staring at you in the face and not enough room to stop. It is the 65th annual. The first one was in 1959. There might be a few that were there at that first one as kids. But it has really evolved into something special. Did I just shift into first? I just shifted into first. Yeah, put a microphone in my helmet and the skills take a back seat. And if you're not familiar with it, look to the left. Here is a nice little dam. If you're not aware of it, you'll just ride right by it and not notice it at all. Definitely worth a pick. So we're approaching the village of Bluegrass. And the Bluegrass Mercantile will be down here on the left. And if it's clear, you can just park right in front of it. And when we get to the stop sign, if you go left, that'll take you to Snowy Mountain Road and points west if you're continuing your journey. And if you're returning to points east, if you go straight, that'll take you back to Route 220, just a few miles north of Monterey. And it's right here on the left. And they have specials almost daily, so if you don't make it out to the festival, chances are you'll get something really good to eat otherwise. So that's one of the recommendations that I would do for the Maple Fest. You know, either way, come on out and, you know, enjoy your own exploring. You'll definitely have a good time and create some memories, and like I say, hopefully leave with something cool. If you haven't already, hop on over to virginiarider.com. It'll be full of news, information, features, and events. And it's getting to be that time of year, so send us your events at virginiaridermagazine at Yahoo, and we'll be sure to put them on our events page on our website. Also, if you and your mates have a favorite pick, send that to the email address as well, and we'll feature you in an upcoming edition of SHOTZ. And if anyone rides with their favorite pet, we have a Ruff Riders feature. We'd be more than happy to put you in. So send all that material to the website as well. Well, we hope you enjoy the preview. We look forward to seeing you, and very much looking forward to the 2025 riding season. It's been one heck of a winter, so yeah, I know Rose and I have been fit to be tied for, you know, a string of weeks on end repeatedly this winter. And like most other riders, we're eager to get out there and do what we love doing. So appreciate having you all along. Look forward to seeing you, and we'll catch you on the next one. Thanks for watching Virginia Rider Magazine. Cheers, everyone.